He's up tonight. Tonight, Mr. Royce Collins. Woo!
How are we doing, guys?
Good.
Happy to be here with you all. I'm glad this is a real place, because I just got a message from a man named Happy Bones Jones who I did not know on Facebook. And he was like, hey, I'll pay you $50 to come to Augusta. And I was like, I might be getting human trafficked. This guy looks like Hagrid if he were in a crust punk band. I'm glad he didn't mention Onion, or else I definitely wouldn't have come, because I'm like, that's not a real guy. He's also mean and scary too, which I'm not. I admire Onion's commentary. I hope he doesn't hate this set too much. Happy to be here with you guys. We got any mentally ill people in the audience tonight? You guys can say no, but I just saw most of you do sets that confirm that you're mentally ill. So I know the crowd I'm working with. I have this condition called resting depression face. It's where I'll just be living my life doing fine, and people will come up and comfort me for no reason. The best example I can think of is one time I was going through a Taco Bell drive-thru, getting my gordita crunch on like I do, and I pull up to the window to pay the guy, and his first words to me, unprompted, were, hey man, hang in there, it's gonna be all right. And up until that point, I was having a lovely day, and I was like, what about me seems so pathetic that a man working at a Taco Bell drive-thru on Broad River Road in Columbia, South Carolina, is like, this kid needs a pep talk, and I'm the man for the job. You know, you just don't want to get like a Robin Williams Good Will Hunting speech from a fast food employee, but if he was gonna do it, like, I wish he would at least like made it like Taco Bell brand centric, you know? Like, he could have been like, no, don't end your life, you gotta live Moss. Why have your last meal when you can have a fourth meal? Don't think about buying a gun, think outside the bun, you know? There's so much brand synergy that could have gotten going on for that. I do have some actual mental health problems though, guys. I had to be hospitalized because of it a couple of years ago, which sounds like it would suck, but it was actually pretty sweet. Because in real life, I'm like moderately attractive at best, but in a psych ward, I'm a fucking 10, guys. I've never felt like a badder bitch in my entire life than when I was in the psych ward at the Lexington Medical Center. I felt so fucking hot. I was running that place until this kid named Ethan got admitted. He was so beautiful, guys. He looked like a young Brad Pitt with schizophrenia. You know, these piercing blue eyes, not a single coherent thought behind them. I was like, man, I'm not getting laid with Ethan around here, he's the best. And one day we were in a group therapy session, and the topic was anxiety. And they got to Ethan, and they were like, hey Ethan, what does anxiety mean to you? And he took a long dramatic pause, and he stared wistfully off into the distance, and they said, man, anxiety's just another bitch. And I was like, fuck, he's hot and he's deep. This kid is the total package, he has everything, I can't compete with this kid. So yeah, I didn't get laid much with Ethan around, he was fucking tearing it up in there, guys. But no, I am single, if those two jokes didn't already let you know that. One of the problems I had as a younger single man is that basically from the age of 23 to 29, I didn't own any furniture. I had a bed and some dumbbells, and that was it. I was living like an ex-con who just got out of the joint. And occasionally, if I was lucky, I would bring a young woman home to my place. And I would always have to pull them aside like right as I'm putting the lock in the door and be like, hey, this is gonna sound a little weird, but I don't own any furniture. And they would always be like, oh, Royce, you're so crazy. And then they would get inside my apartment, and they'd be like, oh, fuck, you don't own any furniture. And they'd be like, oh, I guess I'll stay, but I have pepper spray on my key ring, so don't try anything, you fucking crazy person. But yeah, I have a lot of single female friends though, and I feel like dating for single women is a lot harder because they have to deal with guys taking them back to one bedroom with just some dumbbells in the bed. But one of my single female friends told me the other day, a guy came up to her at a bar, and the first words to her, unprompted, were, "Is that ass genetic, or did you work for it?" It's a strange man she'd never spoken to before, and he said that to her, which is disgusting and objectifying. But I also want to know, like, did he have a preferred answer to that question? Like, if she had said it was genetic, would he have been disappointed? Like some kind of ass Republican, you know? Like, oh, you didn't work for that ass? You didn't pull yourself up by your G-string? My great-grandpappy came from the old country assless. He immigrated through Ellis Island the right way, and then he opened a small business. And slowly but surely, he saved up enough ass that now my whole family has ass for generations. It's kind of America I want to live in, guys. Actually, I'm starting a new political party based around that platform. It's called the BBLs, the Brazilian Butt Libertarians. So if you guys want to join, I got membership sign-up cards. We can talk outside. But yeah, I am single. I've been considering polyamory a lot recently. I don't know, is this a polyamorous crowd? I feel like you guys could be like old school 70s swingers, honestly. I don't know, that's kind of the vibe in here with the incense and everything when I walked in. I was like, is this a key party? Am I going home with onion after this? I mean, I'm open-minded, but like, I just want to know what I'm walking into. But no, I think polyamory sounds cool in spirit, you know, like I like the ideas behind it. I just don't know if it would work for me, you know? I just don't know if I have the energy to gaslight more than one woman at a time, you know? That sounds very exhausting for me. But I do think it would be cool if they started doing like polyamorous remakes of rom-coms, you know? Because they're remaking all these movies these days, and I feel like that's an untapped market. You know, I feel like they could remake Notting Hill. You guys know that movie? Where Julia Roberts is like, I'm just a woman standing in front of a man, standing in front of a man, standing in front of a man, standing in front of a non-binary person, asking them to love us all collectively as a quadrangle, or whatever shape that adds up to. I'm not very good at geometry. Or they could remake Ghost, you know, that sexy movie where Patrick Swayze comes back from the dead to do pottery with his wife. But it would be like the ghost of Patrick Swayze, and Slimer from the Ghostbusters, and the entire Ghost baseball team from the Field of Dreams. That sounds really hot to me, guys. I don't know if you're just too turned on to laugh at that, because I get it. Who among us hasn't wanted to hook up with Slimer at some point, you know? Guy's just so charismatic. But no, but I honestly lost my train of thought. Thank you for the train notes. That's gonna help me get back on there, man. I appreciate it. Yeah, I know. I did that part already. I appreciate it though. Let's see. What else do we got? I honestly just want to hear more about Tom's life. That guy sounds like he was tearing it up in the 70s. I feel like he's had a three-way with Slimer before. I feel like he's been in there. We had a lot of crime-related material earlier. Is this like pro-cop crowd? You guys like cops? I would assume not. It's mostly musicians.
Criminals.
Yeah, a lot of degenerates in here. I'm not a huge fan of cops, guys. One of my earliest childhood memories is my dad getting arrested for cussing at a police officer. He went full Randy Marsh when my mom and my dad were fighting, the cops got called. And they're like, sir, please stop cussing. Yeah, sure, white, we really don't want to arrest you right now. And he was like, it's fucking America. I can cuss at you in my front lawn if I want to. And then they arrested him. And I was like, damn, man, I guess being a white man doesn't mean shit these days anymore. You can't even cuss at a cop in your own yard. So that, seeing your dad get arrested will make you not like cops when you're like 4 years old, and that's one of your earliest memories. So I've just never been a big fan of cops. And then I've had my own experiences. One time, I got hit by a guy who was running from the police. I was on my way to work, and a guy was running from the police, and he T-boned me and totaled my car, and then kept going and got away. And then I had to wait like an hour for more cops to come and document the accident that they caused. And then when they got there, they just immediately started blaming me for it. They were like, well, were you speeding? Did you run a red light? Why were you driving like such a little slut? You know, just asking me all these questions. I was like, damn, dude, cops are not chill, man. Cops kind of suck. And it made me do some more thinking about it. I think I've come to like the real problem with cops. It's not even the racism or the gun violence or any of that shit. I think the problem with cops is that cops are the only first responders who go around looking for the problem that they're supposed to fix. You know? Like every other first responder, you gotta call them. They're not just driving around. Like if firefighters were driving around, just walking up to people on the street like, are you on fire? Are you on fire? Stop, drop, and roll. Stop, drop, and roll right now. And then they sprayed you with a big ass hose, and then they sicked a fucking Dalmatian on you? You'd be like, the fire department fucking sucks, dude. We got defund the fire department. These guys are dickheads. And that's kind of how I feel about cops. It's like, yeah, we'll call you if we need you. Just leave me the fuck alone. Sorry to any law enforcement officers who might be in the crowd tonight. We do have a lot of crime in this country, though, guys. Do you guys like true crime? You guys like murder documentaries and shit like that? You like true crime?
Yeah, dude.
Hell yeah. I think true crime's cool. I just think it's interesting because I feel like there's a lot of hypocrisy in the true crime fandom, you know? Because people like, you know, documentaries about serial killers, and people are like, oh, their serial killers are sexy, you know? Like, a lot of women find serial killers attractive. Like, I've heard so many women be like, I would fuck the shit out of Ted Bundy. And I just think that's fucked up because nobody wants to fuck school shooters or mass shooters. And if you think about it, they're committing the same crimes. One of them's just way more efficient than the other, you know? Like, one of them's just about putting numbers on the board. There's no rituals or, like, you know, there's no pizzazz to it. But it's like, I think it's the same crime when you really think about it. And I just feel like they should be treated as such, you know? What else do we got, guys? Do you guys do fox hunting in Augusta? Is that why it's the Fox's Lair? No. Okay, I'm from a small town in South Carolina called Camden. We do horse racing and fox hunting. Those are like our two old school things. And slavery, obviously. That was like a big one for us for a long time. Are you guys all from the South?
Nope.
For the most part, no.
Yankee.
You're a damn Yankee? Where are you from?
Ohio.
You're not a Yankee, man. You're Midwestern.
I'm a goddamn Yankee.
You're a goddamn Yankee. Where in Ohio?
Toledo.
Toledo.
Yeah, the worst part.
Yeah, Ohio's like the Midwest, which you guys just pretend to be Southern, but you have a dumber accent than we do, so I feel like it's...
Fair.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just riffing at this point, guys. I didn't ask how much time I was supposed to do, and then I got here, and Happy was like, all right, you can do like 45 minutes. I was like, I got like a tight 15 at best. And I blew through that shit in like 8 minutes, so now I'm just up here. But I feel obligated because we only had like 3 comedians, so I'm like, I'm just gonna stand up here, and I will figure something out for you guys until you start throwing fruit at me.
Honestly, you've already made people laugh more than some of the comics that's got up here and did 45 minutes.
I'm shocked. You're telling me people who are up here chain smoking like Dave Chappelle were not killing? I can't believe that. You guys got any talk? I'll do some crowd work. I'm not really a crowd work guy. You guys got anything you want to talk about? You big NASCAR guy? Not anymore. Too many car crashes, hit the wall one too many times? No.
Last place I went to was when they put Martin Luther Walk Talladega. Daytona.
Damn. I don't know exactly what you said, but it sounded sad. You just keep saying Talladega a lot, and that makes me want to watch Talladega Nights, the Ricky Bobby story, when I get home, which is probably what I'll do. You wouldn't recommend it? You're not a Will Ferrell guy? Okay, that's fair. Do you like Martin Short? Who are your guys? That's fair. I respect that. Man, a few words.
Bill Hicks or some Kinnison.
Oh, okay. So you want me to take some mushrooms and scream at you? I can do that. I just don't know how fun that's going to be for the rest of the audience. And now the friend I brought here is just having an open conversation during the show. It's really awkward for you guys. Yeah.
She's with you?
Mm-hmm. Calm down, Tom. Don't say it like that, you fucking bird.
Tom's like, I'm not done crushing bone.
Tom's like, it can be the 70s all over again. Alright guys, I think I'll leave you with this one. How much time have I done, just out of curiosity? Not even, like 12?
Something like that.
Something like that, so like 9. Alright, I'll leave you the more wholesome one, guys. I saw a lost cat poster in my neighborhood the other day. And I feel like that's kind of a misnomer because I feel like cats don't get lost. You know? I feel like cats make decisions. I feel like a cat surveys its environment and it's like, you know what, Doug, the streets are better than this shit.
That's a pedophile's way of looking for pussy.
Thank you, Tom. I appreciate that. So you don't think any cat's ever been lost? You think every time there's a lost cat poster, that's a secret code?
Huh? I think every time a cat's lost, a pedophile stole them. Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you think the cat is missing, but it was stolen by a pedophile.
Exactly.
All right, that's an elaborate theory. Kind of fucked up my punchline, but it still gives you something to think about on the ride home, so that's cool. It's all good, Tom. You're part of the show at this point. It's all good, man. You think that's what Jeffrey Epstein was up to on that island? He just had a bunch of missing cats?
Well, I think he's been fucking with the Clintons.
Well, yeah, but they were stealing cats together?
Okay. There's a lot of dead people that fuck with the Clintons.
Not socks.
Me and Tom are going to start a podcast after this, guys. We're going to get to the bottom of a lot of shit.
There you go. That's what the money is.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, I've been Royce Collins. Thank you for humoring me. Let's give it up for our host, Happy Bones Jones.
Hell yeah. Everybody give it up for Royce Collins. It's hard to make me laugh, and he actually made me laugh pretty hard a few times. And so, hell yeah, good job. I don't give a fuck if you only did 15 minutes. That was great. I started doing this because I love comedy, because it's an art form that you have to mess up in front of people a lot to get it right. I appreciate the highlight. I'm the fucking Fox's Lair. I ain't been to that other bar that I won't mention in a long time too. I don't know why I said that. It's crazy. I don't know. I was gonna say something else, but that's how you drew a blank on it. Yeah, but I think Royce was on to something whenever you were like, I think they got some kind of swinging thing going on over there, or some kind of. They're gonna have later on. They're gonna be on their swinging stuff, and there's a couple of places around here. I know there's some swingers around here because we play at this bar called World of Beer all the time, and on the side. I'm not even kidding. On the damn advertising thing, you'll see it'll say, "Swingers, we have shareable plates too." And I'm just like, is that? Wait, are they talking? Wait, what? Yeah, it says that on the thing. And I was like, David. I was like, what's up with that? And he's like, I don't know. I'm like, you're the manager. You gotta know. I don't know if they meet here on Sunday nights on a regular basis. Whole group of them from Aiken. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all coming out tonight, and we have fun with y'all. I appreciate Royce Collins coming. Everybody give it up for him one more time. We'll see y'all next Monday. Y'all be safe going out.
That's his name, and he can't wear it out, bitches.